What's all this talk about HST rebates in London and St. Thomas in terms of new construction? Hey, it's Ryan Hodge, broker owner here at the Realty firm. Sandra, Tavares, and I have been selling real estate for nearly 20 years at a very, very high level, and we look forward to giving you as much information for free anytime to help you navigate the real estate landscape here in London. A lot of people talking right now about the HST rebate situation. I thought I'd break that down a little bit. So, number one, in Ontario, the new HST housing rebate allows buyers of a newly built home to recover a portion or all of the HST paid on the purchase price, which of course reduces the tax burden. The rebate is generally available when the home is intended as the buyer's primary residence if you are a Canadian citizen, or in some cases for long-term rental properties. Of course, it's subject to eligibility and rules and price and purchase limits. Where a lot of the confusion that has come in, the initial announcement of this was for new home buyers, but there have been significant changes to HST rebate landscape in 2025 and 2026, particularly aimed at improving affordability. So affordability is the biggest factor in this. The government is doing this and trying to support in stimulating the ability to buy new construction, which I think is a great thing. However, and one of the key things to really recognize is that some provincial enhancements are still being finalized. I'm going to talk to this in a second, but I want to get you the exact details. Some provincial enhancements are still being finalized and implementation details continue to evolve, so buyers should not assume a specific rebate amount without confirming eligibility with the builder, a professional, and of course their lawyer. Getting independent legal advice is always critical. The rules vary based primarily on purchase price in terms of purchase date and whether the home is a primary residence. So understand that. So there's a lot of confusion because non-first-time home buyers have always had access to a certain HST rebate. And I'm going to say that it's approximately $24,000 in Ontario. Under the traditional rules, a purchaser of a home intended as a primary residence could generally qualify for the Ontario New Housing Rebate, up to $24,000. Like I said, regardless, first-time buyer or they are a resale or a repeat buyer. So it was restricted, okay? The major 2026 change is that the Ontario proposed a much broader temporary enhancement that would be eligible to all buyers, not just first-time home buyers. This is for qualifying agreements signed between April 1st of 2026, March 31st of 2027. Eligible purchasers could receive up to a full 13% rebate on homes up to $1 million, so an up to $130,000 in total relief, with a phase out on higher priced homes. So all really, really good things. I guess the simplest way to explain it is that the HST rebate has always existed for many new home buyers, not just first-time purchasers. However, recent government announcements have significantly expanded potential rebates and created a rapidly changing landscape, making it critical for buyers to confirm exactly what rebates they qualify for based on the timing, purchase price, and intended use of the property. So, in a nutshell, this has to be your primary residence for all of you looking at building, okay? You can't just be investing, because that's really what they're trying to mitigate, people that are just buying as investments, then turning around and selling for a higher value. When I look at this, and I have been helping buyers get into new construction several times this year already, builders are all handling this differently. So this is where I want you to pay close attention. You know that this HST rebate is probably going to come to fruition. I mean, if the government were to turn around and say, nope, we're not putting this through, you're going to have absolute chaos between buyers, builders, real estate agents, lawyers. It would just be a mess. Everybody feels that this is going to come to fruition. But until it's official, you can't say for certain. And I think it's important to exercise caution because we see this being handled differently by different builders. The one approach that I see with a builder right now is that, let's say they're offering a property for $830,000. That's their regular ticket price. But after the rebates, that property would be $750,000, as an example. A lot of builders are saying, we will honor this rebate. However, If anything changes, the buyer must be willing to accept and understand that they are responsible for the original sale price, the original list price of that $830,000. Well, that can be pretty concerning depending on a buyer's financial position. So pay close attention that if you're not comfortable going up to, or if you're not capable going up to that higher amount, you probably want to look at something different or find another solution that you get comfortable with that. Other builders, however, are approaching this in a way that I'm finding far more preferable, where another builder may be saying, we're willing to take on the risk. We are going to ensure that the risk falls on us as the builder to sell our product. However, what's going to happen is that in order for us to ensure that we claim this rebate or are capable of completing this rebate and claiming it, we need to stay registered with the sale until we actually claim that. Otherwise, if you transfer title to somebody else, the builder can't come back and say, we have the right to claim this rebate. I personally like that approach because it takes the responsibility off of the buyer. And to me, that is a far more preferential position to be in. And I also believe that that's why choosing the right builder that's reputable, that's professional, that is going to put, their own stake in the game to help buyers buy that product, they're probably going to have better finishes, better quality, better service, all the rest through the entire process. And to me, these are the things to look at. Now, in any of it, like I said, you want to make sure that you're speaking with a really good lawyer that has navigated new construction in 2026 and really getting through the weeds of what is still a bit of a murky situation in terms of the waters surrounding HST rebate and new construction. But with the right professional experienced realtor, with a reputable builder, and with a really good, strong lawyer that's knowledgeable on home construction, I think that this is going to be an opportunity for many, many people that run from, again, April till next year in terms of if you're looking to build, opportunity truly knocks in London, Ontario. If you have any questions about new construction, the building process, HST rebates, finding a really good lawyer that knows how to navigate this, or really understanding which builders are working this system, in my mind, the preferential way, please reach out to Sandra or myself anytime. We're here to serve and support before, during, and after the sale. This is a really hot topic in London, Ontario real estate. I don't have all the information. I continue to get new data and new information consistently. And my purpose and my goal, my mission, is to always provide that to you and your family so that you can make great informed decisions. As always, reach out to us anytime. You can go online, www.ryanandsandra.ca, or give us a call, 519-601-1160. We are here to serve and support you every step of the way, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.